but we are gonna have them kind of reprise their position. So, oh,
It's quite interesting. I'm not sure what makes someone favor first pick Radiant over second pick Dire, but
you like second pick?
I like second pick. I think it makes it easier to draft because you get to have 2 counters instead of 1, but I don't know if there's some contest here, like maybe they want to secure a Bane or something like that, or Spirit Breaker that they like really need, but because that is kind of what you use first pick for, right? To make sure that you have that without, like, it can force bans out of like people that you don't necessarily want to have to ban in the first phase.
Someone made an account called PermaSneezeFan304. Come on, man.
Yes.
Yikes! I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it, but I don't know how much I appreciate it. It's a little spooky, not gonna lie. But as we get into the second round of today's ICG, today is the first day. Of course, there'll be a second day tomorrow. I don't know whether I'm gonna be here for it, but fingers crossed, right? As we have RC4 Dota Squad versus RVRC. Of course, we have Mr. 379 top rank Immortal in RVRC. So not very surprised if they kind of sweep it away here. But Timbersaw banned immediately, like I said. It's a signature of Baba over here, so not very surprised there in terms of the bans.
5 seconds remain. Radiant's ban.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I've also seen some teams first picking Timbersaw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Though
I
haven't been paying enough attention to know when they do it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how strong Timbersaw first pick is, but honestly, if you are as good as like Baba is on this Timbersaw, you first pick it all the damn time. So I'm not surprised with this ban. They decide to okay, so they take out Night Stalker as well. So maybe seeing the maybe they're seeing the you know the results from last game. They're like, yeah, okay, he kind of stomped them with it. Let's not let them have that and see what they adjust with instead. RVRC opting to ban out Bane and OD. So two very, very annoying, obtrusive heroes that just kind of put a stop to things.
You know what 4-bits would say? Opens up the mid pool.
Yeah, opens up the. I think this
Okay,
OD ban really opens up the draft. That's what you would say.
The OD Meteor Hammer right now is easily one of the best laners. And it's just so oppressive. I wouldn't be surprised to see it like literally get permabanned first phase in every single series I watch.
You wouldn't be surprised to see it? Who permaban?
OD permaban.
Right, yeah. I mean, OD is so oppressive. It's just not fun.
Yeah,
I mean, on one hand, you can draft to deal with it, right? But why not just take it out completely? Yeah. Like, just don't.
Then you'd have to shape like 3 or 4 heroes if you draft around 1 hero.
Yeah, it's just kind of dumb, honestly. But
yeah. Urga, let's go.
Dun 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 dun. Vibes. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Since you are quite the Urga specialist, why don't you tell me a little bit about what Urga does in the drop?
Okay, I don't know because my name is not Papan. If my name was Clement Ivanov, I might be able to tell you. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So here we are instead. Okay, the one thing that Olga does do, right, for this particular draft is, I'm assuming that because they have like this kind of, I guess their star player, right, on this off lane, they don't want to reveal his hero too soon, right, because they don't want it to be easily countered. The thing that Olga can do is all but secure. Like the one thing Olga does is secure a safe laner's lane. You rarely lose lane as Olga, and even if you do, you make sure you don't lose it too hard. Like, you give space for your safe laner to farm, especially in the first few levels. Usually you see it paired with people like Medusa, Morphling, or even Spectre, these heroes that kind of need a bit of a bodyguard in the early stages, right? They also have Earth Spirit, so two very chunky, clunky support heroes to work with, so...
Interesting that they picked Snapfire into Earth Spirit, because Earthsphere, I would consider one of those heroes that can easily cancel snap ults, right?
Mhm.
You just roll somewhere close, grip, and that's your ulti gone.
I guess, but Snapfire also just a really strong hero.
Yep.
Could look to kind of pair up with whatever offlaner that they wanna pick for themselves on the side of RC4.
Yeah. Which is fair. They banned the Mars himself, which is
Yeah,
more
that's,
the
that
classic
was kind of
Snapfire
curious, but
combos.
Seconds remain.
yeah,
But-
I don't know. But Mars is a really strong hero right now. I think literally it is one of the most picked across the entire DPC. So
Yeah, doesn't it have 66 games or something like that? Something like that. Queen of Pain ban, I think, is really nice.
okay, so it is LC ban, which I I guess it kind of makes sense because LC, okay, I kind of get it, right? Because LC, you just need follow-up damage to lay into the duel to secure those early on. LC Snapfire is going to be an absolutely horrendous and terrifying lane to play up against. You don't actually care a lot about the Ogre. LC is one of those off-laners, as an Ogre spammer myself, I don't really like to play up into, because no matter what you do, she can just kind of purge it off, which really removes a lot of kill options and pressure that you have in the lane. Now,
Yeah.
as an LC, you can get tripped up by the Earth Spirit and his like silencers and stuns and whatnot, but you could also just purge them off your carry, right, or whoever he gets gone on. So I kind of understand the LC ban, like you said, the quad ban as well. Just a very strong hero overall, and someone to be able to blink forward and give the Jakiro Snapfire some vision, right?
Queen of Pain ban was from the Jakiro team, so it was more like protecting their two supports who, at this, like, 15 to 35-ish, really hate getting jumped.
Yeah.
'Cause any kind of jump is like really annoying.
I'm
And
sorry,
that's why
the-
they banned Spirit Breaker in this phase.
The only thing I think about now is Queen of Pan, like literally just sitting there with a whole bunch of saucepans, like.
Oh my god.
Alright,
God.
Life Stealer is the pick, so this is
Bold.
I mean, I kind of get it, right? Because Life Stealer is someone who can literally press one button and suddenly both your supports don't do shit. Like, actually do not do a single thing.
Yeah. Would agree.
On
On the other hand, do you think this pick is abusable at all?
I think it still can be. 3 picks still available, but right now he has a nice little steroid in terms of the Ogre. So basically, Life Stealer Ogre is going to be a terrifying lane for anyone to go up against. They opt to go for the Slada, so a fuck ton of minus armor in this draft.
Yeah. Somebody say Roshan?
Yeah, somebody, any
Somebody
Roshan
say
enjoyers?
Roshan.
Okay, but okay.
Definitely not the Slaughter.
Only 10 seconds.
I don't know. I feel like Slada's a hero that we haven't really seen like in the meta as much, just because it's like if you pick it early, it's very abusable. But when you literally already see the safe lane so early on, then it gets kind of safe. Especially when you pair it up with someone like Snapfire, can really help you close the gap earlier on. And Snapfire Slada, not a lane that Ogre can stand there and be a body against, because you just melt.
And Lifesteal is notoriously a good pick into strength offlaners, where Feast gets a lot of value, being based on max health percentages. But Slaughter is one of those heroes where if you try to trade autos, you literally just get slapped for like 150 damage, and it feels really bad. So, like the pick. Pairs well with the Snapfire. Snapfire Slaughter is one of my most
Oh
hated combos.
no! RC4 wanna
That
shred
is
that armor,
good.
baby. Holy.
That's disgusting. They have a very strong merge timing on that, sir. Actually, like,
Oh, this is some shit, dude. Like RC4 came with a plan, minus armor out the window.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
they still have a lot of room in the mid pick as well, because all these heroes, like, it just feels so robust, right? It just makes sense together.
Right.
Going to be very interesting to see what they pick against. And PA against Lysel is always really nice. Ergo Mantis Bristol. They
Ooh,
pick tight. That makes sense.
interesting. I kind of like it, but I feel like it could be kind of scary. A TIE Hunter just doesn't really care what the PA can do. Now, it could be a little bit scary if you get 1 or 2 kills, right? Like, if the Earth Spirit or the TIE Hunter just misstep in lane, they could actually just, like, die. And once the PA gets the Aura of Corrosion, that's when TIE Hunter's life gets a bit hard. Now I don't know whether PA is going to dip into that Awe of Corrosion, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. But yeah, overall still a pretty good pick. Once again, a life stealer vehicle and more physical damage, and can kind of shrug off all these like Jakiro spells, like the Stada, amp damage, etc. And does well against PA in the laning stage, I think.
Yeah. I think Tide versus PA is one of these lanes where PA hits 6 and has to jungle. Because level 3 Anchor Smash just completely bullies out the PA. Like, really hard. Even through Over Corrosion. I think you can't trade orders when you just have Anchor Smash damage on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Despite
so
the fact that you have a Jakiro, so I
Right,
like that. I
that's-
like the pick a lot. Gives them
that's
team
true,
fights
that's
as
true.
well, which they were lacking.
okay,
Razor
so-
Band protects Tide really well.
Yeah, I think Razor
like
just ruins their whole draft actually. If they get
Yeah.
Razor now, RVRC literally just
Oh.
die. Like what do they do against Razor?
Yeah.
Okay, so Amir Shah in chat is saying these are all comfort picks. Maybe I'm just gonna pull up the player info again. I don't think RVRC said anything about their favorite heroes, but yeah. So
5 seconds. Hurry.
no particular comfort heroes. Likes to play weird mid heroes. So interesting. In the previous game, the mid player actually, I believe, let's see what he played here. He played. Oh, it was a Jakiro mid that they played.
Oh,
So pretty.
that's spicy.
Yeah, that's spicy. So I mean, we could see a spicy little thing at the end to top it all off here for I believe their mid laner. Let me double check who this is. It is Kyoko Tea Party. Yo, these names are hilarious, man. Tetarik
These names are
Alamans.
quite amazing.
Tetarik Alamans is a baller ass name for real, but yeah. Tetarik. Okay, you don't know this Chio, but Tetarik is a drink that a lot of Singaporeans enjoy. It's like basically milk tea, but like condensed milk.
Interesting.
Like it's pulled milk tea. Wait, let me pull it up just to Tetarik. There we go.
I feel like I need to try it to understand.
Popular hot milk tea beverage.
Oh,
It
it's
is
hot. It's a hot drink.
yeah, it's a hot drink.
Radiant team are now picking.
Oh,
Yeah, a strong brew of black tea blended with condensed milk. It is the national drink of Malaysia. Okay, well, as we get into the final bans, it's gonna be a necro, maybe a bit of a. I mean, they very clearly seen the results from the other round, right? Like necro was the last pick that Gotham Chess pulled out in the end, and I mean RVRC they're really lacking on the magic damage now, so necro would really kind of sweep them under their feet. As for the side of RC4, they opt to ban out the Kanka, which I can kind of see can be this pesky frontline additionally with the Lifestealer and cause a lot of disruption along with the Ravage, right? It gives them the
Yeah.
pick potential that they're sort of missing because right now they really need to run in to RC4 to get kills.
I think I don't know how much I like the Conquer ban because it strikes me as a hero where you just put amp damage on him and then he gets one shots. I, at least from my experience, really don't like playing Conquer into Slaughter for that reason. It just feels like it makes you so squishy. But I like the Necro ban as well because it's really good answer to the last little type.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you for a bit in the last phase of the draft to attend to something. I need to go grab something
Which
real
you?
quick. But you
Okay.
can cover this last 1.5 minutes. Just give me a moment.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
So
Hurry.
RC4 finishes their draft with the Void Spirits, which I kind of like because at the moment they don't have a hero that can gap close in the pre-blink Slaughter phase where PA is still farming B Fury. Slaughter needs blink, and so Void Spirit gives you this jump that you can use to target either Lifestealer maybe in the lane before he gets enrage off. That's definitely, these supports are really squishy if they can find them, and so I think it's going to be hard to find a good pick because most of the answers to Void Spirits are kind of ranged spellcasters such as Lina, but playing Lina against Slaughter PA is like super sad. Tinker is being banned out, which is one that I've seen personally have a lot of success, and Puck's banned. So I'm not really sure what to expect here. I would probably imagine you want something that has inherent mobility because none of these other heroes, barring the Earth Spirit, have mobility. So Infest Bomb for the kind of first 20 minutes of the game would be pretty nice before you feel comfortable frontlining as this Tide, because as much as your Dispel gets rid of the amp damage. If you get crit when you have minus 26 armor, you kind of get one shot by the PA.
Okay, I am
Needing
back.
a lot of reverse.
Sorry,
reserve time.
needed to make sure all the windows were closed because it started raining, so didn't want the rain to, you know.
Fair enough, fair enough. Monsoon season?
I don't know whether you can
Or just
consider it
normal
monsoon.
rain?
Yeah, it's just normal rain, I reckon. But okay, it's gonna be a last pick Wind Ranger, so
Right.
historically a hero that has had quite a history with PA, right? Because both of them, I mean, Wind Ranger can just build that early MKB and just ruin your life.
Yeah.
And it kind of negates, like, doesn't really care about the Slada as well, because you can just win run dodge like everything he wants to kind of do. And
Does Bash still go through win run?
no,
Or
you
is that another thing? Okay.
you don't.
That's good.
So nice little kind of final pick there for them. Which draft are you favoring?
I again think RC4's draft is just really robust, but I think it's kind of even. Like RVRC has a lot of answers.
Yeah, I kind of feel like RVRC, I'm like a bit scared because for some reason, this looks like a draft that both sides, right, they didn't think we're gonna pick this to answer you. Right, the Life Stealer maybe a bit like that, but this kind of feels like solid comfort, like the Ogre Earth Spirit opening. Like how often do you see that, right? And then at the same time, like I don't know, it just feels like RC4, they knew what they wanted to do, and same for the side of RVRC. So we're gonna have to see which squad comes out on top here. Of course, both of them have won already, so very, very nice little I don't know, very, very nice, I guess, match to set us off with. Early disconnect here. Unfortunate.
Disconnects.
I
Did they
guess-
forget to turn pulses on? Okay, they have pulses enabled. Thank God.
Thank God.
I hate
okay.
the recent change where you can't pause until 3 minutes into the game. or
No, but I
something.
mean it doesn't affect like the games that
Custom.
custom. So thank goodness, because I feel like if it did, that would be very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe I have the team names available. Yep, RC4. Are they on the right side? Yes, they are. And RVRC on the other. And maybe I'll get
Lord.
spicy. Fong Sing taping still better. You got try by Sabat, brother. Sorry, I'm just discussing some tea trivia of tea information in chat. Smile.
Isn't it about the way you pull? I wouldn't have any face.
Better retreat.
The voice lining. Yeah, I feel like RVRC's lineup is so hard to execute in comparison. Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
it kind
if
of feels
anyone's
like Radiant Draft plays itself.
yeah, the Radiant draft is very straightforward. Like, it's always clear what they're supposed to do. It's always gonna be clear what their game plan is. If Roche is up, they want to grab it. Once the PA hits her set timings, it's very obvious what she wants to do. But we're gonna get into the second round of the ICG Day 1. Of course, this is the round rock. Wait, let me check my settings. Can I get can I just get some assisted camera action going on? Okay, so we are into game number 2. Technically, this is round number 2 because it's all best of ones. But yeah, it's round number 2. We have both the winners from round 1, RC4, as well as I keep messing this up. RC4 and RVRC, because RC stands for Residential College. So I assume RV stands for something else, and then RC4 is just Residential College 4. So yeah. Okay, so shall we introduce the teams? I'm going to introduce the side of RC4 that we've seen already. We have Boo Boo on that position 4. Made quite a lot of impact with that Spirit Breaker last game. We're going to have to see whether he can repeat that this game. Slimy Ball on the mid was on a bit of a weirder mid LC, right? But now a bit more traditional with that Void Spirit. Dissensus Testicular. I really wish I didn't have to read. Dissensus Testicularum on that Jakiro. Backed up with Gotham Chess on that position 3 Slada. And last but not least, we have Hello, I'm from RC4 on the PA position 1.
Yeah. On the side of RVRC, we have Believer on the Lifestealer position 1, accompanied by Titar Galamans on the Urga Magi.
Actually
We have
pronounced
here-
pretty well. What the hell? Say that again?
No, I'm scared. No.
Okay.
Scared.
Let's move on.
Scared.
Let's move on.
Okay. We have Kyoko Tea Party playing Wind Ranger mid, which I absolutely despise. We have Leonidas playing the Earth Spirit position 4, and finally Baba the position 3 Tide Hunter that you apparently know.
Yeah, as in he stacks with one of the people on my friends list quite often, and I used to play with him like a long time ago. But it's one of those things where like you're not exactly friends. You just have one mutual friend, and he just invites the both of you all the time. And we were constantly disagreeing. Like we were constantly like flame each other, and yeah, not the best memories. But obviously he's right and I'm wrong, because now he's 74th ranked in the literal world. SEA at least.
Or at least the region, right?
Yeah, because it's the region.
Yeah.
7.4k MMR. I'm just a 5.4k pleb. I'm nothing.
Maybe if you don't tilt Primo.
Yeah,
You
maybe
did
if I.
tilt, like how many games? What, 1,000 MMR worth of games? Like, maybe you would be.
Oh, as in that ridiculous losing streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that was a while ago. It's like I think I'm like kind of stabilizing. Like if I was gonna climb, I'd have to. Okay, but enough about me.
Oh, nice deny mid. Love
Are you watching mid, huh?
that.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
watching
You
the mid.
are a Void Spirit player, so tell me a bit about this matchup as Wind Ranger. Why do you hate this? Why do you hate this hero so much?
I hate this hero in general because I feel like it's kind of similar to Quop, where it's so stable in lanes, but then you hit 6 and press 1 button and it's really easy to kill. So it's kind of getting run out here, but
Yeah, Slimy Ball
be able to
catching him
shuffle
with
that
a
damage.
nice little Aether Remnant and.
I'm surprised she didn't just pop Wind Run instantly. I'd imagine she wants to use it to just avoid taking literally half her HP worth of damage, but bottle
Ooh.
coming, save resources.
Okay, so it seems like there's a lot of Yihui supporters in chat. I believe Kyoko Tea Party is Yihui on this Wind Ranger. And let's just pull up the stats real quick. I believe Yihui, let's check the MMR. He is, average MMR is 5 to 5.5k. So he's around that range, and it seems like his Wind Ranger is something to be feared. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on this one. It is the last pick after all.
And if you're gonna pick your mid hero last, you better expect it to
Oh, a lot of pressure though in the bot side. Baba
Hell
grabs
yeah.
it for the squad, proving his worth on this literally Tide Hunter. But I mean, Gush and backed up by the Earth Spirit, so much pressure, and might have been an argument for the Snapfire not playing so far away in the lane, right? Because can get caught out. A nice little roll as well, but that's a level 4 PA. I don't think you can be diving her right now. And yeah, they're gonna think better of it and back off for now.
I was watching the first parts of the lane and just watched Snapfire literally have to solve at like 30 seconds into the lane, because Earth Spirit just cast its spells and then she got Gush and she had to solve. It was like super sad to see.
Ooh, 6 shackles. Okay, but
That's
I
all.
also want to ask, you mentioned like, okay, this Wind Ranger hits level 6, right? And then the game just kind of like plays it, or not really plays itself, but you just kind of get a kill for free. But after that, what exactly is the game plan for this Wind Ranger? Like, how do you, are you trying to look for pickoffs and kills around the map? Because it kind of seems like it's very dictated by whether you have focus fire up or not, as Boo Boo, finding a Leolo on the bot side again. The boulder smash is there, and the anchor smash. Two big fellas just smashing your head in the bot lane. Similar color scheme as well. A literal watermelon and a rock versus a dragon toad grandmother. You just get smashed.
Screw the turd.
Screw the toad.
Dude, to be honest though, aside from those two deaths, all these lanes look pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we talked about how this Slada is kind of a terrifying force in this lane, especially backed up by this Shakiro, right? Like we said, like the Ogre is gonna be this efficient bodyguard, just tossing out these ignites, just beating him back, right? Because Slada, as much as he can kind of aggress on you with the bashes, he can't really stand in lane so much if he's falling a little low, right? Like there's the threat of being auto-attacked. Of course, it's immediately nullified by that nice two-man gold breath, but once again, fire on both sides just being thrown out.
I mean, I was about to comment on the fact that Slaughter had 0 regen, and then I just looked at Jakira and saw he had 6 tangers with a salve as well.
Yeah.
Whew.
Now I think this
Oh, nice
Slada...
shackle.
Oh, again? Okay, but I think this Slada has just been copying majority of the ignites and the harass coming out, right? Yeah, as we see, Teta Rick Alamans just trying to focus as much of the spells onto him as possible, just making space for that lifestealer to be able to farm up. And this is exactly the strength of the Ogre, right? Exactly why you pick him for. You just keep throwing out that ignite, and it's so hard to stand in lane against. Gotham Chest, he can come forward with the bash, but the health trait is not looking too good for him right now. Okay.
I feel like the more levels you get, the easier it gets for lifesteal, right? Until you hit 6 and then you get bugs.
Yeah, I mean, as the Ogre is here, so we have to see what their plan is for holding this lane, right? Maybe they rotate the Tidehunter to the top side to secure it. We're not exactly sure yet. Of course, this side of us, RVRC, they don't really have a lot of early aggressive potential outside of this Earth Spirit and like maybe the Wind Ranger, like getting Focus Fire and the Shackle, right? So I'm gonna be interested to see what the game plan is as we get post laning stage.
Not quite as slow.
Just very interesting to note that in top lane, they've, I think, sapped almost 100% of every single creep.
Wait, is this Deja Vu? A Haste Rune gank at 6 minutes onto the top side, early rage. Gets out of that situation, but Slimy Ball still wants to go. Believer being Aether Remnant up. The roll is there though, and the stun and the silence. They could turn it around onto Slimy Ball, but the Astro Step through Believer. Gonna take out to the dual breath. That was almost a huge save from the side of RVRC. But they managed to get what they need and Slimy Ball back into the mid. This man has a clear formula. If you can just spawn Haste Runes in the top and get a kill every single time, you deserve to be a mid laner.
I don't know how well he can lane there. He's kind of out of resources. He will bottle up.
No, 2 bottle runes, easy. 2 bounty runes, sorry, easy. Just mid lane shit. But they're going on to Gotham Chest now though. They brought this Earth Spirit to the top side. And they managed to slow them enough. Now, it's the Jakiro they're looking at, but do they have anything else to stop him? Ghoul Frenzy, only level 1, so the slows doesn't have an Orb of Venom to work with as well. And the TP gonna come out from Boo Boo. Chased away is Believer. And it's gonna end up with a bit of a weird try situation in the top side, leaving the 2 offlaners on their own island. Or rather,
I don't know if you can leave the PA bottom. She's
yeah, doesn't one Ravage just knock her down? Baba's really gonna try and take advantage of this. The gush out. RC4, nice little dodge away, and the security being in is gonna chase him away for now. But Baba, I don't think there's anything to be scared about. Yeah, he's just diving. The stick up. You need to be so careful here.
You hate to see it.
No, Baba, if you've gone a bit too far, you need to be a bit careful here. But out of mana is the census.
He'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He has something coming in the Korea and some backup as well. Here comes Kyoko Tea Party. Is the Shackle there? Here comes the Ravage to set it up. Shackle is there as well, and the Gush. Focus Fire as well. Can the dodges come in time? Baba falling a little low. Taking out slowly. Still has the stick charges to work with. Ends up falling, but they get a double kill for Kyoko Tea Party, and that's exactly the Wind Ranger start that you need.
Yeah, that was sick. Actually, the kick. You see the power shot, full damage?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Very Chad.
I mean, this is what you want from your Wind Ranger mid, guys. Like,
Some action on the top side though. Believer tanking quite a bit of damage. Does he have the rage to work with? Nope. Already popped it. Out of resources, out of life. Slimy Ball just makes the move to the top side again. It makes it look so easy. He just keeps coming up here and gets a kill with all for his troubles every single time.
yeah, especially considering it's a life stealer. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, this Tidehunter, yeah, they use the Ravage at bot. There's not really anything else you can do anymore in this bot side. Interested to see who's gonna come to this bot side. Probably the Lifestealer, right? They're gonna swap, yeah. So a nice little lane swap for them. They want the Tidehunter top. They're pressuring in on the Gotham Chest though. Still level 5. The stun out. Is it enough damage? Ooh, the last hit is there. The damage over time. The tick. 3 levels in the ignite does the deed. Baba just dancing around him a little bit. Has a phase boost. But backpack the Quelling Blade. Could be a bit of trouble here. Here comes Macropire and the Dissimulate as well. Taking out to the damage. Astro Step. Can he finish him off? Walks back into the Macropire and ends up falling. They pick up the big bad Tidehunter. And I can't help but feel like, even though, you know, he buys them a lot of space, right? It kind of feels a bit scary. Because this Tidehunter, you know, he only has limited aggressive potential if he starts to fall behind, right? Whereas this Slada, with that Blink Crush, always gonna be a huge factor in terms of like moves that he can make.
Yeah, it's the issue we saw with, I think it was TI9 Liquid, right? They try to pick Tide.
Tide TA, smile.
Yeah, the Tide TA stuff, but it feels like you have 0 space when you're playing from behind, right? It's
yeah, you just get hunted down
the
and
nature
you just
of the
get
hero.
yeah, you actually just get chopped up like a watermelon, but
You love to get region runes on mid.
yeah, dude, Slimy Ball's just spawning these runes. You know where I come from, they literally have we have a bit of a joke where one of our friends who's a very strong mid laner, he just spawns the runes. Like he always complains, it's like they literally spawn the rune, how am I supposed to win mid? So Slimy Ball, looking quite like his opponents in matchmaking, literally just spawning whatever he needs. Catching Boo Boo out though, here's a focus fire from Kyokyo Tea Party, and Slimy Ball can't get there in time to intercept. Tetarek Alaman's walking up, but the Dissimulate is there, gets out of that situation, still has an Astral Step to work with as well. And a nice little free pickup from Kyoko there. Maelstrom completed on this Wind Ranger.
I mean, Maelstrom at before 11 minutes is terrifying.
Yeah, the second, I feel like, I can't help but feel like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't help but feel like the second this focus fire is off cooldown again, someone's gonna die.
I think as long as you're not playing in direct opposition to Void Spirit, anyone that gets caught will die.
That's true.
It just has to not be Void Spirit, but again, it's kind of easy when you're playing from mid, you can just walk.
Radiant's middle
Like-
tower is taking
The 10-minute catapult wave converging in the top side. A bit of aggression onto Kyoko, but nothing much to be found from there. And Baba, he's just really pushing it in the top side, letting this catapult just chip away. And this tower, historically, not really a tower that you worry so much about. But yeah, okay, actually he's just gonna let it die. Just trying to cut the creep wave and create some pressure. Bot side though, they're on the Believer. Here's the M damage, but no backup whatsoever. And they don't want to die. Here comes Kyoko Tea Party though. They have the focus fire available and the shackle is there. They find the PA. Where's the blink strike? A bit too close. Knocked out straight into the roll. And just when it looked like they were getting Believer, instead it's the PA that falls and a huge kill for Kyoko. They're not even done. The roll fall from Leonidas. Right on the money. Boo Boo needs to fall. The stun from Tetarek Alamans. Roasted up and burnt to a crisp. 5 now on the side of RCRV, converging on this bot side along with the catapult, and what a turnaround in the bot lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
That's a freaking bad kill to give because your whole game for Radiant is kind of contingent on PA having a good game. And so far, right, had to lane against Tide, went for Corrosion despite not being able to lane against Tide past level 5. So that's an interesting itemization that I
Yeah.
wouldn't have expected, but
This
potentially
is,
could work. But
yeah, I mean, we briefly discussed
feels
this
like a
during
Battlefield
the...
super lane now.
Yeah, right? Like, it's... Okay, so it's a really value item, but it's also 800 gold. That's like a ring of perseverance. Like, that's like one component of your perseverance, like, down, right? And we talked about it, like, PA, if you manage to get the early pickups on this tie early on, it can really start to add up in terms of the all corrosion damage. But when it's the Tide who is kind of... Oh, okay, getting gone on is Baba. Where's the backup? Not gonna expend Ravage. That's 4 people down. Actually, all 5 brought to kill off this Tide Hunter. But I mean, like we were saying, you kind of need to keep killing this Tide Hunter to keep him in a place where all of corrosion actually does something. But like we said, that window closed so quickly, and now it's just kind of a hindrance more than anything.
Yeah, it just majorly slows down her timings. It's kind of as simple as that. And also, she went for Void Stone first, so couldn't even get enough space to buy the damage item first, which would have bolstered her farming a little bit. Because, you know, with Armor Corruption, every point she gets in attack damage is slightly more value, right? But
Yeah.
being forced to get mana item is kind of sad.
And I mean, quick look at the net worth, Kyokyo Tea Party just topping the charts, followed by Baba. I think this Tide Hunters just had such a great game. And I mean, even though Believer is behind the PA, it's not a good sign because Lifestealer doesn't have a lot of natural farming mechanics. Here comes the roll. It spotted them out with a nice ward and kick back, got him chest, and a load of trouble. Getting chopped down by Kyokyo Tea Party and running forward. RVRC, they're not done. They see Boo Boo and they want Boo Boo. Another kill, popped out the Infest. Not even gonna be able to claim it. Baba gets that with a nice little gush of water. And nice little
And
ward
this is the
placed as
difference
well.
between PA and Lifestealer is like your item timings as Lifestealer come so fast because Armor's just such a strong item this patch that they're even in net worth. Like Lifestealer was behind in net worth by like 50 gold, but the difference is that he can actually contribute to these fights. So they're literally playing a 4v5 while this PA scrambles to find space because if she's not snowballed, she can't participate in any of these early game fights, especially with the Wind Ranger being so snowballed.
Okay, to be fair though, it's not like Believer did much in that fight. He was just within the... He actually just infested the Ogre the entirety of that fight and popped out in the last moment to be like, hello, I'm here too, by the way. Get some EXP while he's at it. But, I mean, the big shiny star...
And
we
he can
haven't-
feel comfortable showing, right?
Yeah, I think he's
No.
fine. Yeah. But I think one thing I want to point out, Slimy Ball, a bit of a quieter game from him ever since that early, you know, those kills top, right? He's working his way towards that Orchid, but it's not the fastest, so he's kind of been relegated to split pushing the side of the map as we see some action on the top side. Action, more like a bit of inaction. Gotham Chess, trying to get out of this situation, rolls slightly off the map, but there is the stun, and there is the focus fire. They take down this Slada. And the Slada was meant to kind of counter this Life Stealer and Ogre in lane, but hasn't really had that result. Now, RVRC showing very clear game knowledge here. They're like, okay, we got the mid tower, now we get the off lane tower. Like, they're just going through the motions, right? It kind of feels.
Going through the motions, this denies rush control, which is a major timing when you're playing with the Slaughter, especially like Slaughter Snapfire. So,
yeah, we talked about the
looking
Slaughter.
good.
Yeah, but the thing is, you see Slaughter Snapfire Roche timing. Dude, this guy's not even at his Battle Fury. He's 16 minutes in. He's gonna be at least like 1 or 2 more minutes before. Oh, a roller in Leonidas. Leonidas? Maybe slightly a bit too far forward there. But you're gonna get punished for his over-aggression, and the rest of the side of RVRC, they're gonna have to dip. They direct Alamans might not be so lucky though. Here comes the Astro step forward. And the stun out, but this Ogre is more than likely dead. Those both supports being picked off. And that's a nice little boost of gold. Orchid finished up by Slimy Ball as well. They can look to make something happen. Gotham Chess is just 300 gold away from that blink. So once that is together, that's their timing, right? That's where they can really start to make the kills happen.
It's just a matter of waiting. Oh.
Alright, the Tyrant
I
Hunter.
think the game's gonna quieten down anytime soon. Like, they still have Ravage, they still have, like, they literally have everything on Diag, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, I think like I'm just wondering like what item timing are they waiting for, right? Because they okay, so the Wind Ranger has BKB queued up, but also Blink. But I'm not sure whether the ordering means anything. But I'm presuming that she'll go for BKB first. And for the Life Stealer, he looks like he's working his way straight towards a Satanic. So pretty cool item build for him. It kind of makes sense though, but I'm a little worried that he might not have a lot of armor to work with. Of course, in this preliminary stage, he's still okay because the PA doesn't have Deso or anything like that. And you know, Slada saw been a non-factor, but ooh. Okay, here they come. Put a ward down. What can they find here? They find the sensors. That's not exactly the best target you want, but they'll be okay with that. Just 1 kill for free. Like we said, you know, even though it's a support kill, it's still a kill after all, and it allows you to kind of just keep playing aggressive on this map. Baba still has that Ravage to work with, so can apply a lot of pressure. And you take a look at Gotham, desperately trying to farm up that Blink. I think he's got it now. They're trying to set up a kill onto Kyoko. That's an illusion though. And immediately, Focus Fire out and the Shackle as well. They're gonna finish Gotham before he can even get out. Can he? The Mortimer's Kiss is doing a lot, but there's the Ravage from Baba. Rank 300 for a goddamn reason. And nails them all in the back of the head. Catches that Void Spirit as well. And they line it up perfectly. RVRC absolutely going crazy in this game. I feel like every single player is just like, it's a masterclass, like, I don't know.
They are executing this wonderfully.
Yeah, I don't know, this is getting a little...
It's so unfortunate for Slaughter to blink on the illusions, but... Oh! The other toggle
Okay.
got me a bit scared.
Oh, a little dicey there, not gonna lie.
70 HP at a dream. Did not have a, what's it called? Tower shot hitting him. At all. But the PA's managed to find some space now. Which helps a bit. Still gotta wait for so long. And I don't even know what item you get, because I don't feel like BKB helps you once Wind Ranger gets MKB.
Yeah,
If I was this Wind Ranger, after BKB, it just goes straight MKB, and then this game kind of ends, because your PA can't survive it.
Okay, but like you're saying the PA can't survive it, right? But like, she doesn't even have BKB. Like, what she gonna? Is she gonna go straight BKB Battle Fury? Like, I feel like that just sacks her game so hard.
PA?
Yeah.
That actually used to be the meta build in like a few patches ago. Like Deso.
Okay. They could find Believer, yeah, he's not fast enough, and he isn't. The silence instantly there from Slimy Ball, and they have the damage for him. Ahmed Toggle can't save you from this one, my friend. As RC4, they get a crucial kill onto the Life Stealer here, and they're gonna take away a small stack. It's not the biggest of deals, but definitely a gold injection that they need. 3k gold. I mean, the rest of the side of I keep messing this up. RVRC still sitting pretty at the 20-minute mark, 8 to 15 now, but that's definitely what they needed.
Yeah. anything to kind of break this pacing just for even a moment, give PA a little bit of time.
Dire's top tower is
They just need so much time. But like, I think there was a patch where corrosion was new that you kind of just went straight like corrosion B3 BKB because
Yeah, but I think that was when corrosion was like way better, right? They subsequently nerfed it because it's such a goddamn broken item.
yeah.
But I mean, Kyoko just goes bot and I mean, they kill the carry. Okay, never mind. We'll just take your bot tower, I guess. Since you're all showing top, right? Like literally, they make it look easy. And now Ravage up as well. They could look for something.
I mean, they have Arcane Rune with.
Oh, Slimy Ball, they could find him here if he's not careful. Ravage out immediately into the Shackle Shot. That's not the first time we've seen this combo, and it most definitely will not be the last. They managed to pick off Leonidas' Earth Spirit in the top side, but this is not the Spirit trait that you wanted. That Void Spirit is so important to their aggressive potential. And Kyoko Tea Party now TPing top, trying to find... is he trying to find something? Has the BKB to work with as well, but Focus Fire is still available. Didn't use it for that Void Spirit Q, excuse me. But Boo Boo now being chased down, hunted down. Baba, the pings are out. They want to find this Snapfire. Can they? Nope.
Nope.
Been out of here. And
That's
yeah,
an insult.
I mean, yeah. I mean, thank God, right? Like, it just gets out of there.
Yeah, you need to not bleed as many kills as you can.
Indeed, indeed.
Game status, bro. What are the odds that Dire just walks into Roche like on next Ravage?
I mean, why not they just walk into Roche now? I wouldn't be surprised. The scan is out. So they have a bit of misinformation right now. I think that was the Radiant scan. They thought that,
was
oh,
Radiant scan.
okay, the pings are out. They see Tetarik Alamans though. They're not even gonna silence him actually, but are opting to use that afterwards. But now, have you committed a bit too much? Kyoko Tea Party with the Focus Fire out. Baba as well. The Shackle, it's not gonna lash, man. It doesn't even matter. They trade the Ogre for the Void Spear again, and once again, that mid laner just dies and makes it all easy. Here comes the Infest and the roll, though. The combo plays so nice from the side of RVRC. But now, cookied up, slapped up. They are stopped for now. Leonidas bashed by that Blink Dagger from the Slaughter. And Gotham Chess finally can add one to the board after a really painful game so far.
Nice cookie.
Yeah, nice cookie from Boo Boo, stops them in the tracks. And,
Lifesaver.
yeah, actually could have been a disaster because it looked like such a beautiful setup from Leo, right? A mass ping's coming out.
It nearly was.
Yeah, it really nearly was.
It was like way too close for comfort.
But-
How much HP was beyond? Like 200? 200?
I don't know. I don't want to know. It's a bit too scary. Okay, but I mean, I feel like Kyoko Tea Party is still unanswered on this Wind Ranger, right? 9-0 and 4, level 17. Oh, could find the PA here. The Shackle, the Blink, and the Focus Fire is there. Where's the backup? The stuns are there. The entire side of RVRC just show up in a moment's notice, and the ping immediately out. She knows she was just being watched. There's no way they converge like that.
That's the disgusting kill. She doesn't even have MKB yet. That is just solely Focus Fire plus Maelstrom damage.
Yeah, and not to mention the Dragon Scale Afterburn as well. Like every small bit of magic damage that you know reduces the chance that the PA can blur out of it just helps so much, right? This PA, apart from a blur, not the tankiest. And Baba, look at him, just completely fearless, working his way towards that Lotus, which is good. Actually, what do you think about this Lotus pickup?
I can see why he got it. I think there's a lot of the spells, like the spellable stuff. You got Orchid, you got like.
Oh
damage, you have
yeah,
Curious spells.
dude, I forgot about the Orchid. I forgot about the Orchid actually because I feel like on the regular, like it's like a bit. It's a bit
Weird
dramatic.
to see.
Yeah, it's not that it's weird, but like you don't really worry so much about it, and like there wasn't really much to dispel. But maybe it's just because the Lifestealer. Okay, but the Lifestealer is getting a satanic himself, so he's gonna have that dispel. They're running towards Gotham Chest now. Doesn't actually get the blink off in time and shackled up. This is fish food for sure. Leonidas looking for more. The kickback of the Boo Boo, but now starting to get hit up. Ravage out. Where is the follow-up? Here comes the power shot. Macropire laid on top of them as well. And Believer getting caught out by the ice buff. Here comes Slimy Ball though, but shackled up again. Kyoko Tea Party just doesn't miss. Leonidas onto 3 as well, and the power shot is gonna set up nicely for it. The Earth Spirit falls, but sets his entire team up for the cause. And Believer falling a little low, but managing to get out of that scot-free more and away with some kills. And now, top 3 in the net worth charts. Sitting firmly on top, Kyoko Tea Party.
Dude, 13k net worth. Oh, that's nuts. Dude, Satanic Dispels actually saved the lifesteal right there. You can see Void Spirit try to Orchid in and then it just gets instantly dispelled and then infest bombs. Like, That's rough. That's rough. Whole item got like completely nullified by
Indeed.
another one, and that's your first item timing too. Like you skipped all your other items for an orchid, and
Yeah, and then it's just
this
like,
guy just has a satanic armor satanic before you like can use your orchid on him. That's a yikes.
yeah, imagine
That's-
you're trying to hit your armlet timing, you're trying to hit your orchid timing and the dude just has satanic, like, okay. Like, what do you do?
It's a feels bad.
Some
Yeah,
mass pings
it
coming
is-
out
it
now.
is
They
pretty
see Boo Boo shackled up, and the gosh, Force Staff isn't gonna take you very far. As Boo Boo more than likely gonna fall here. Ice Path keeping them off this Shakiro for now though. Tetarik Alamas not able to get that stun, but Leonidas is, and the kickback yet again. How many times have you seen this from Leonidas? The stun out as well, keeping Gordon Chest in place, and it's Slimy Ball. He's trying to get a return kill. There it is. They pick off the Earth Spirit yet again, but I feel like Leonidas is A-okay with this. I feel like this is Earth Spirit. He's just sacking himself for the cause, and it's working well perfectly for them.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's not the win condition, right? So as long as your PA is fine, then.
Slimy Ball though, he's trying to look for a kill. They've caught Baba out alone. A lot of magic damage out still. Bogon Chest, there is the... Okay, but Lotus Orb immediately cancels it out. Believer is there to back him up as well, and this Tie Hunter is going to be A-okay. They're going straight for the Roche though. They're not scared
One of the
whatsoever.
other things that I wanted to mention about this Lotus Orb and Tide. Sorry for cutting you off.
No worries.
When he pops Lotus on himself, if he ever wants to blink Ravage and Void Spirits on top of him, it's just such a disincentive to Orchid him because you're gonna be in such close range to get collapse on you die from everything else, right? If you're silenced.
Right.
But he's getting BKB now to try to fix that problem, but it's
I
just
guess...
so awkward to Orchid just off on the Lotus.
Yeah, I think actually now that you mention it, it kind of makes a lot of sense, right? Because the whole thing with this, okay, they see that. I think they see the investor, so they should be wary that something is coming.
Oh,
But
Void Spirit.
got him chest. Okay, wait, but they see Void Spirit though. Dissimulate out. Where can he go? Found out here. Where is the Ravage? They're gonna commit it for Slimy Ball. That's the kill they wanted to get, and not. That's a painful Ravage to expend, but I don't think they'll feel too bad about it now. With this Aegis on the Lifestealer, they can storm down mid and they're not done. Kyoko Tea Party trying to find Boo Boo. But here comes the Wind Ranger. Shackled up, walks right into the lane for it. And Leonidas is there to just drive by. Hello! Bye bye.
Say hello. Tap the corpse and then just roll over. It's fine.
And Believer so strong now, working towards that Shadow Blade as well. Actually, pretty interesting. Is Silver Edge just strong, or is there something he's buying it for? You reckon?
Break for the PA so that the Wind Ranger doesn't feel pressured to get MKB potentially.
Ah, that's
Otherwise-
true. That's true.
Yeah.
But you need
It's
to
a
get.
little-
It's not a
little
true
bit-
strike, right? Like the break attack, you could miss it, right?
No. The break attack, no matter whether it hits or misses, will apply the evasion.
Oh, okay, but it won't apply the damage, lah.
Will apply the break. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. You learn something new every day. Thank you, my analyst.
I think that's
Chio.
how it works.
Okay, well, we'll have to see how it works out because it's not like... I mean, I understand the break mechanic against PA, but not something you traditionally see. Rolling around is Leonidas though. They're posturing up for this tower and they want to take it. 8k gold up now. They're not scared of anything at all. They don't even have Ravage, but they're so fearless. It should give you an idea of just how far ahead RVRC is. And here comes the Void Spirit, but immediately the Rage out. The kick back. Slimy Ball stunned up. That's your Void Spirit gone. The Optimus Kisses is almost like a goodbye gift. That's your mid laner dead again. For like what? The third time in like 5 minutes? They didn't even need to use Ravage for that one.
Dude, this Void Spirit, that's so painful.
And the tips coming out, rightfully so. RVRC has been setting these up to perfection. And the Ogre, you might wonder, okay, he might have a bit of reach problems getting his hands on this Void, right? But when you have the Aether Lens and Keen Optic, not to mention a free delivery service, Leonidas, he's trying to give Grab a run for their money the way that he's just kind of serving up meals on a full platter.
is under siege.
Chio, you have Grab where you're at?
Sorry?
have-
I switched out.
Do you have any food? What's your food delivery called in Australia?
What do we use for food delivery?
Yeah.
Radiant has lost.
We use Uber Eats.
Ah, Uber Eats. Okay.
Yeah.
As they look towards high ground now, Believer and Baba, no fear whatsoever. Once
I
again,
guess,
Aegis.
oh,
Oh,
Still fine.
Trying to get onto this, but like you said, the Lotus Orb just makes him it's such a disincentive, right? Like you don't want to go on him anymore. Like you see that Lotus, like you just like, you don't even want to see
Like
it.
I'm out, dude. But, yeah. I figure Silver Edge
Slimy Ball! What was that?
Oh no.
And Leonidas now, yeah, the voice line's coming in. Kyoko Tea Party just cleans up the Slada on the back line. I don't even know where he was. I think he was trying to split push the bot lane, but Kyoko Tea Party has his number. And next time he's looking towards this PA. He knows that he knows his PA is pushing away. Can he find him? Sheesh.
Wasn't get it. So the break from Silver Edge applies before the attack hits. So
Right.
it will not apply the evasion completely.
Yeah, but Baba, I mean, they just bring like half the squad here and they get, they still could go here. They don't have the Ravage mana, but they
Because they'll
definitely
drive
have
them up.
enough firepower to scare them away. And they're gonna continue hitting this Rags. They have nothing to fear. 6 seconds until this Void Spirit comes, but I feel like this Void Spirit, he's gotta have his hands in his hair right now. Like like it must feel so damn frustrating for him.
Yeah, like dying on this hero, it's like I feel like anytime you die on a hero that's supposed to be super survivable, it's even more frustrating
Yeah.
because like he's not supposed to have so many deaths this game, but
Yeah,
the way it's gone, it's just so squishy.
yeah, like 376, like they've just really put a perfect emphasis on just ruining his game, and we saw what an integral part of RC4's game he was on that Legion Commander, setting up so many individual pickups, but it kind of feels like he's been stunted. You can find him here, 2 Astro steps in, that's a huge commitment. Slimy Ball needs to get out, and here is the Ravage that's straight to the PA, and she disappears. It's not even from Blur, she's gone from my eyes, and now Gotham Chess has to run. Good game, well played. It's called, was that an official GG? I'm not entirely sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if the game is like forfeited at this point. Yeah, the good game well played. GG is called. Yeah,
Yeah, there we
it's
go.
way too painful.
He is cold.
It is way too painful. Actual GG this time. And what a game from RVRC. They take it in commanding fashion. Yet again, what a game.
That was very convincing.
Yeah, what a solid game plan, honestly, and what a sick execution.
Yeah, I mean they had the difficulty, like the higher difficulty in execution, and they pulled it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, oh, that Kyoko T4 did so good on that Wind Ranger, actually. This is why I hate the hero. I like despise it. This is like,
Yeah, Kyoko Tea Party, really cool name actually. It ends up getting that MKB in the end, but so much damage dealt from this Wind Ranger. It's such a menace to them throughout. I don't think there's much to discuss this game. It kind of felt like RC4 Dota like squad, they just kind of got outlaned, like just straight up.
yeah, they got outlaned, and then when they hit their timings, they couldn't use it because there were already so many answers, and it was so hard to find a way to coordinate in a way that wasn't awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because you just have this massive Ravage threat if you ever try to go pre-BKB, and you don't have time to get BKB. So the game's just incredibly difficult to play, and meanwhile, Wind Ranger's just destroying everybody in the map.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's a way to end the game.
yeah, so I actually need to run off to the toilet, so I'll be putting it on a fast 1-minute break. But we'll be right back, and by right back I mean like literally right back, as I just run off to the toilet real quick and put it on the break screen for a short moment.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I
Okay.
think there's going to be a quick break before next game. So.
Yeah, we'll come back in like 1 or 2 minutes to update y'all on what's going on. But for now, I need a pee, so be right back. Okay, so I'm back from the toilet. Chio, I'm not sure if you're around. Are you? Okay, probably.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Round 2 over. RCRV versus, there we go, transition. Okay, so that is it for round number 2. Of course, we have the results from the other side, but I need to